You see? Now you might say, but the mind doesn't become quiet when I allow myself to continue as I am, because a part of you is trying to quiet the mind. Do you understand? The reason we cannot stop thought is because we want to stop thought. But if thought comes and you see it as a thought and you say, so what? It doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter? Because that, again, that image of yourself is just an image.
It's just an image, right.
So it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter, yeah. Yeah. And you see a thought as a thought because thoughts create our so-called reality, you see? They make up our world, our perception, how we feel, and there's nothing wrong with thoughts. Thoughts are very powerful. You can use thoughts creatively.
Yeah, of course.
You can, if you want something very badly, begin to create it in your mind, visualize it, and then start to feel really happy that you already have it. And before you know it, it starts to materialize in one form or another. So, is that clear about the?
Yes.
About the personal
Yeah.
and the experience. See, when we experience on the surface, it is the personal. The moment we make an experience direct, I want to experience it as it actually is, we go beyond the personal.
So to answer the question, which was feeling the, who feels, right?
Yeah.
So you can have all these emotions which are mine, but the personals, or the personal emotion.
No, it doesn't mean in the beginning. I have to explain this. That doesn't mean that the personal is not there.
Right.
In Advaita teachings, and that they say there is no personal. Okay, but the best way to rise above the personal is not to bother about whether it's real or not. The point is, it feels personal and it's okay.
Right.
I am more than that.
And in doing that, you go
go beyond it. Yeah. Yeah.
And
see,
so
the
feeling there is no personal in the feeling there.
Yeah. See, the moment you allow anything at all,
yeah,
it no longer controls you. You're no longer a slave. See, when we start feeling helpless and hopeless, is because we have tried to control so much a particular situation. But if you allow it, you say, so what? So what? You see? Now when you say so what, some people will say, but if a realized enlightened person, to them nothing matters. Then we could say, what do you mean nothing matters? You mean they have no feeling at all? They have no compassion? They have no sensitivity? On the contrary. It doesn't matter, which means that to them it's not a material thing, it's not a tangible thing. It's a very vacillating thing, and it does not affect you. See, that's what mastery is, really, in a way. The mind is a wonderful thing, because the mind, you can use it to create your own reality in the way you want it. Everything is the mind. I mean, the world that we experience is all mind.
Yeah.
Right? So, but if you allow the mind to control you, when the thoughts bother you, the mind is controlling you.
That image is controlling you.
When you're confused and you don't want to be confused, the mind is controlling you. When you allow the confusion to be what it is, it simply doesn't matter, because what is confusion really? You know what a confusion is.
It's like a conflict.
It's a conflict between two opposing forces. Okay? For example, you brought up a particular religion. And then I say something to you that confuses you
because it goes
from your religion, goes against your religion. But at the same time, you know that what I'm saying somehow is real, and you believed your religion so much, so there's a conflict. Now you're confused, you see? So confusion is when two ideas conflict and they confuse each other, you see? So it's confusion, contrary to fusion, oneness. It doesn't really mean that, but it sounds good.
It does. No. And we get beyond that confusion by?
You go beyond confusion by simply allowing both sides to exist. Very good. You might say, but they contradict each other.
That's okay.
It's okay, because all duality is not opposite, but oneness. Everything can be brought to one if we go into its actual essence.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
I was just reading one of the dialogues with Ramana Maharshi, and he said that knowledge cannot exist without ignorance, and vice versa. Isn't that beautiful? I like it.
Yeah. You can have too much knowledge about something, and then not enough heart.
Yeah.
You see? And if you have too much knowledge and not enough heart, what does it serve you? You see? Yeah, Einstein said something so beautiful, and I quoted it in one of my webcams. He said that there are two ways in which to look at life. Either nothing is a miracle, or everything is a miracle. You see? And when you begin to see the truth that everything is a miracle, really, everything is coming from that isness, from that oneness, then you feel alive. And you feel clear. Everything. But when there isn't the awareness that life is a miracle, in all its facets, everything is a miracle. When you're not aware of that, then there's boredom sets in, there's drudgery, there is no real feeling, there is no enthusiasm, there is no excitement about life. You see? Right. So therefore things become confusing, they become perplexing, they become complicated. Because the moment you got caught in your mind, you try to make sense out of things. That's how you begin to suffer. But when you take it back to the heart, everything becomes simple.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I like that one about a Course in Miracles teacher was teaching a class in Course in Miracles. And people were arguing about what a particular statement means. And they were arguing with each other. Finally he got up and said, give me the page where you're reading that in the book. And he tore it out from the book. And he said, if you're arguing about something, you're trying to be right and not happy. And the point, if you're not happy and there is no forgiveness, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why are you here? You see?
Yeah.
So we get caught in trying to be right and missing the point. And what is the point in all of living? What is the point in living?
I was going to say to give.
To live. To give, yeah.
To give, to live. Not the same thing, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and what is evil?
Oh.
The opposite of live. Spell it backwards.
Oh yeah. Hey. That's pretty good.
So living is very simple. Just live.
The opposite of evil is live, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, one last thing, Burt. You don't have to put this. When people live, right? But they live really, really self-centered lives. And they only see themselves, and they get scared, and they live in fear. All these things together, they're still living. But
they're existing.
But what's wrong?
They're not really living. They're existing. I mean, it's a play on words, I admit.
Right.
But we're not concerned with words so much, although we have
Right.
to use them. We're
Right.
concerned with the meaning behind
No,
them.
yeah,
Okay?
of course.
And most people are existing. They're existing with their anxieties. They're existing with their fears. If they use those fears and anxieties to grow, now they're living.
Right. So it comes back to that, because they're trying to control.
That's right.
And all they have to do is just let it go.
Just let it go.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.